Alright, so today what I want to do is I want to swap these 20s on the back of this mower. Now these are 20s, but you have a little bit more of an aggressive tire pattern here for getting through mud better. This is my mud mower. And I want to take the rears and actually modify them to be swapped onto the front. The reason being, whenever I go into ditches or any of that, the front tires always like to just pit themselves right into the ditches and get stuck because they're so small. So I want to make them a little bigger. So that's what we're going to use these for. But anyways, let's just do it. So what I want to do is I want to lift the rear end up in the air and get these tires off. Let's do the back first so we have solid ground to sit on when we do the fronts. Alright, so now usually you'd want to jack it up by the differential down there, but I have a trailer hitch, so I'd rather just do it by the hitch instead of risking damaging my differential. Alright, so usually these mowers will like to pick a side, whether it be right or left, when you try to lift them up. Reason being, because of the swing arms, they like to swing around to get an even cut. Just take your hand and try to position it as evenly as possible. It should stay with you. There, right there is good. So now you can see I'm in neutral. Both my tires are free, as long as you just don't abuse it. Alright, so actually I'm going to lean it to the left since we're going to do the right tire first. So we're going to grab this tire here. We're going to get this off. So now all it is here is just a little C-pin. This one's a little old. I should replace this when I get some. But I could just take that off by hand. And now you just simply slide your tire off, and that's all there is to it, guys. You got your little half-inch or inch spacer there. Be mindful of that. Make sure your keyway doesn't fall out either. I've had that happen to me a few times before. Just try to spin it to where your keyway's positioned up. I usually like to do that just so it doesn't fall out. And now you can see it's been greased. Just a little rusty on the inside. This one has no grease. So we're going to hit it with some grease. No, I'm kidding. That's liquid cement. We're going to hit it with real grease. So basically, there's no... You can do this any way you want. I just dip my finger right in. You know, lube it up. Get the other side. Get right in there. Finger. Get this thing all good to go. Alright, so now that it's all greased up, it does look to be the same as the other tire, so this isn't going to require any modification. All we're going to do, see that keyway there? We're going to line that up. Let me get this tire out of the way here. Alright, so you're going to find that keyway. You're going to line it up right there with that keyway. Just pick it up. Now I'm going to look in here. Okay, so I'm going to want to fit this on. Now, like I said before, this tire does have some rust inside of the rim, so it's going to need a little bit of persuasion. You just take your mallet, being mindful of where you hit it. Don't hit the bead. Try to hit it pretty much dead center. Like I said, this one is giving me... It is coming slowly but surely. Alright, so now you want to smack it around the sides here. Probably should have applied some lube to that. Alright. Well, I'm going to take this off and apply some lube to it. I'll be back with you guys once I get lube on. Okay, so it turns out these were actually tractor tires, not mower tires. Our spacer here is just a little too large because the rim was a little longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove the keyway. And I'm going to remove the spacer, and we're going to go ahead and shave that down on the workbench. So I just want to take your needle nose pliers here. Just shove that keyway out. There you have it. Just going to put that right there. We're going to have to grease that before we put it in. And here's our spacer, guys. So, we're I'll be back with you when I shave this down some. Alright, so I got the spacer all shaved down. It's about half the length it used to be. It actually took a lot of shaving. I also got the other one shaved and sized. So now we're going to go ahead and try and mock all this up, see if it works. So first goes that. Also be very careful with your finger around this keyway here. It is potentially damaging and can cut you. So be very careful when you do this. Be very mindful about sliding your finger around here. And should probably say don't try this at home. But now you see, use your pliers, not your fingers. Oh, now the keyway is for the most part in. Yep. Alright, now we're going to slide this tire on. Take a look at that. Yep, we are clear. So now we're going to grab our C-pin. We're going to slide it around here. Pop that in, and now our tire is done on this side. Now we got to do the other side. We're going to take our grease, because I haven't greased the tire yet. There's the inner bits. We take our keyway. Just a little bit of grease going on the keyway, just to help it a little bit. A little bit of grease in this spacer here. That other one was already greased, so it's all right. Oh yeah, you want to tip this mower up, so now we got this side all exposed. And now, oh yeah, we want to get our keyway facing up. So we're going to spin the tire so that our keyway is facing up and make it a lot easier. All these different size tires, I might have to lift this thing up a little more. We'll see. Yep, I'm going to have to lift it up a little more. So alright, back to it. So now we're going to put our keyway on. This one is slightly smaller because the old keyway was broken. I bought this one at a store. Two of them were too long and one is kind of little, but it's alright. They're easily replaceable. By the way, make sure you're putting it on right. The rear has a little bit more that comes off of the rim than the front does. The front doesn't have much that comes off of it, and you're going to have your tire stem on the outside too, obviously. So just a reminder. Anyways, we're going to want to slip that on here. Once again, we're going to grab our pliers. Go ahead and slide this into the tire. Some keyways are more reluctant than others. I did grease this one to help get it in a little better, and it still wants to fight a little bit, but I think that's good. Oh, that's because we didn't grease the tire, that's why. That's right. Forgot to grease the tire. Don't forget to grease the tire. Alright, yeah, and I'm going to put a little bit on this axle too, since the tire is really rusty. Once again, watch your fingers around the keyway when you're lubing this up. Now we're going to lube this rear here. Oh, jeez. We do get messy, so just know you're going to get messy if you're doing this. It's almost like greasing a bearing, but these don't have bearings in them. Neither do the fronts. The fronts are just bushings, which surprised me. I used to think they were bearings when I was little. I didn't even know they made tires on things that were meant to roll without bearings. Anyways, just want to give it a few swift taps. Alright. Now it's on. I'm going to do a quick fit up. Oh, looks like this one is actually still too big. I don't know how that could be. Yeah, it is still big. Alright, well, I'm going to shave this down again. I'll get back with you guys once I got that done. Guys, so I got the second tire on, and I'm going to go ahead and install the C-clamp now. So, you can usually push it on by hand. This one's a nice one, though, so we're going to push that on with a pair of needle nose pliers. Now it's on, and the rears are done. So now we're going to move on to the front. let me make sure that this is good. I'll lift it up by the wheels here. Seems like a pretty strong point. I need to lift it up a lot since we're putting 20s on it. I think these were 10s to begin with. I'll tell you in a second. Alright, so that's about as high as we're gonna go. I think that's good enough. If not, I'll add a block to the thing. Alright, so these were originally, these are 15s. So 20 is a substantial step up. Anyways, what we're gonna do to change these out is you have these little cotter pins. You're just gonna bend these straight. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Bend these in. Sometimes they do like to give you some trouble though. This one didn't give me too much. And we're just gonna pull it out. Alright, well, I'll be back with you when I get... Alright, so what I did essentially is I'm going to put these fronts on, or these rears on the fronts where these used to be. I did have to do some modification. I had to grind down the keyway there because it was just a bit too long. It would hang off and I couldn't put the cotter pin through. So now I've got it all ground down. Everything's ready to go. I'm going to grease this, put it on, and put everything together. So let's go ahead and do it. So, oh yeah, this grease is warm now because it's been out here for all day. So this should be really easy to apply. Apply it to the other side. Just a little bit. Apply your grease. Alright. Now, oh, the jack kind of came down a little bit. Pick it up. Just slightly. And now, got this and this. We're going to take our tire. We're going to put it on, just like that. Now we're going to take our little washer here to prevent the cotter pin from rubbing. Put it right there. We're going to take our cotter pin, push it through, grab our needle nose, and we're just going to grab this one end here and pull it. Same with this. Now it's in. I'm probably going to trim that once I got it done. But now you can see, once this is in the air, this tire rolls. That's one tire done. We say we do the other side. Ugh. Watch that. Okay, so other side is going to be the same exact thing. Just going to grease this tire up. Some lube on your finger. Grease her up. Oh yeah, this one's a lot hotter than the other one. I just finished this one. Not too hot for my finger or the grease. Just pretty hot. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and apply that. Oh, I left my rag over there. I don't want my finger to be all sticky. Alright. But anyways, same procedure. Oh wait. I gotta jack this up some more. Let's see if this fits. If not, we might have to move the jack. Nope, she fits. Go ahead. Might need to do a little bit of... There we go. Alright. It's all mocked up now. Now it's on. So now we're gonna get our good old washer. Put it on like that. And we're gonna stick our cotter pin through. This frame is like the perfect size just to accept these pins. So now I'm gonna go get my needle nose and we're gonna finish this project. This was the old cotter pin. These were really old. They didn't want to come out. So it's always good. It's always good practice to use a new cotter pin anyways. But that old one was in really rough shape. Anyways, that's it. So now we're just gonna drop it and make sure it freestands. All right. Oh, I torqued that pretty tight because I was tired of this jack falling down. Obviously, keep it clear of all your body parts. This should, yeah, okay. That's the new ride height. I think I quite like that. All right, well, let's see how much of a clearance we have for the steering. Okay, so we got about a half a turn before I hit. It's still free rolling. Check the other side. Other side's the same, about half a turn until I hit the frame. So, all right, next week we're gonna see if we can do something to this frame to get our turning to be a little better, but for today that's about it.